Aries, welcome. This is your April 2023 general reading. Because it is a general reading, please only take the parts that resonate with you and leave the rest for somebody else. If it doesn't resonate with you, take a minute, check out my channel. There's other dated and timeless readings for your sign. You can also check out your other placements in your chart if you happen to know what those are. If you don't know what those are, you can figure that out online. If you put in your information, there's plenty of places to do that. So you're already starting out here with the Knight of Swords as your main energy, which tells me you're kind of heading towards lifestyle changes of some kind. You do have the Death card, and that something is ending, but it means usually a new beginning. Yeah, and we have that Three of Wands. Three of Wands is one of my favorite cards. It talks about kind of sitting there, visualizing where you want to go for your future. Taking that moment to figure out, how do I want to expand myself? What horizons do I want to reach? Trying to figure out how to build that new foundation that'll make you happy. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we have the Sun card. That's beautiful. That's what I'm saying. The Death card is not a bad thing. And the Death card means something needed to come to an end, because you needed to be reborn into something new and better. And we can see that coming in here with that Three of Wands and that Sun card. And that these are going to be lifestyle changes for you guys, okay? For those of you who haven't seen me before, this is your main energies coming in for the month. And up here will be your timeline. I give a brief description as I lay the first set. Things will get a little bit more detailed as we clarify. Then we'll pull oracle cards. Then we'll do best actions for you to take. Then we'll do best actions for sun, moon, and rising separately. And then we will do a pick a card at the end where you can ask a question. All right, beginning of April, please, Aries. You have the Nine of Cups, which is beautiful. So you're going to come into April feeling pretty good. I mean, the Nine of Cups talks about emotional stability. It also talks about wishes coming true. And you have your own energy here, the Emperor, which in this deck it is called the Lord. That is the Emperor card. Okay, so you're in your own energy during this time. And you have the Queen of Swords. So that could be a that could be you, but I feel like this is somebody else coming into your reading. This could be a air sign. A strong Libra card, but it could be a Gemini or Aquarius as well. Or at least they have strong air placement in their charts. At the end of the month, you do have a decision that you'll be looking to make. It might be a decision you don't want to make, okay? Yeah, we have a Tower moment. So your reading is kind of going the opposite of everybody else's, which started out with a rough beginning of the month and ended up in good. It looks like you might have a tricky end of the month here. I can't tell if this is your energy. We'll get it as we clarify. Yeah, we have the Rebirth card. Between the Death card and the Judgment card here on the bottom of the deck, this is a rebirthing time for you. You have that Tower as well, which tells me the foundation is changing to your life. And the Death and the Judgment card as well. This is going to be a big shift for you guys during this time. That doesn't mean something bad. Can it come on surprisingly? Can change be difficult? Yes, but this feels like it's a change for the better. And it's going to require some difficult decisions. But it's because you want to go in and build this new life. I can see you feeling like, okay, where can I expand myself? Where can I head out to? You have this Knight of Swords as your main energy that tells me you're ready to take on the challenge, okay? And with the Sun card here, this is a successful transition. This is a successful rebirth for you guys, which is beautiful, okay? I mean, unfortunately, you know, sometimes things ending or things changing can be difficult, but more often than not, it will bring us to better places. All right, let's see. Why is the Nine of Cups here for Aries, please? The King of Swords. One more. You have a lot of Swords energy coming in. The Nine of Swords. Okay, so that's double nines on a King of Swords. The King of Swords talks about strategy and being an intentional leader, but this could be, especially if this is you, this could be a couple situation here. For some of you, this may be a relationship. For others of you, there's a strategy that you've had in place that has been making you feel good and content with life, I'm feeling. But it's also bringing some kind of stress and anxiety. So it's like, I feel like it's a double-edged sword. Like there's good to it and bad to it. I feel like that's what it's saying. It's like the opposite extremes here in the strategy is stuck in the middle. Okay. So I feel like you've been strategizing over something or building something or creating something that has taken a lot of work and dedication, or you're intentionally leading. Okay. So some of you may be, bosses, managers, things like that. And there's the good side to it and the bad side to it. That's kind of what I'm pulling out of this, especially with the double nines on either side of this King of Swords. I feel like this is something to do with strategy or leading, and it's like a double-edged sword. There's the good and the bad. Okay, so apply that, how that fits. And you have the Star card. Yeah, see, that's great. So on your own energy here as the Emperor, you have the Star card, which talks about, it can talk about renewal of hope and healing, but it also talks about getting the recognition for the things you're good at, wishes coming true, which is also something this Nine of Cups talks about, is wishes coming true. So I do feel like some of your wishes are going to be coming true here, possibly to overcome some of the more challenging things that you have going on. But there's a lot of good in this reading. So Queen of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so for where some of you where there is a relationship involved or healing from past, especially with that Star card there as well. If there's any healing going on, I feel like you're taking movement towards that and you're cutting out things that no longer serve you, okay? And that might be where this Death card ends up playing in. The Queen of Swords is very good at cutting people out if she needs to. She just does. And then it looks like you're going to take movement towards gain to overcome any lack of that's been in your life. This could be a lack of mentality, a lack of finances, especially if this is a job situation. Some of you may choose to cut out a job and move into another job. Okay. Some of you may choose to cut out a relationship and move into, something different, or move into a more focus onto your career, something along those lines. But what I feel is a lot of double-edged sword feeling, like this back and forth between the good and the bad. And that's like what's starting out your whole reading here for April, is this fluctuation between good and bad, the good and the bad. But then I feel like this is the movement you're taking towards getting rid of the part that's stressing you out, basically. Yeah, okay, so this is where the Tower, okay, these changes that you're making is going to cause a change to the foundation in your life, okay? So you're heading out to do these changes. You're doing it purposefully, okay? With that Knight of Swords. It's going to create a Tower moment. That's okay. It might be a little bit surprising, but the Knight of Swords is really good at handling change. That's what he does. And the Tower coming in is all about change. It's about changing the actual foundation to your life. So let's see here. And I do feel like this reading is a lot about change, okay? Change in trying to get rid of the side that isn't serving you anymore, but I don't feel like it's necessarily has to be a person. Yeah, and this tells me this is a necessary transition for you, okay? So whatever you're bringing to an end, and this is going to be different for different people. This is a reading for a lot of people. So whatever it is that you're bringing to an end, this is a necessary transition for you. These are necessary changes coming in. Yeah, because you're trying to, yeah. So, and what it's transitioning you into here, so you want your wishes coming true. You don't want this mental suffering, this anguish. You don't want to deal with that no more. And you're really coming into yourself. You're overcoming any lack of mentality or lack of things. You're creating the changes. You're transitioning, putting things to end. You're envisioning a new future, and you're heading towards it with this Four of Wands. A time of happiness and celebration and enjoyment. And we see that too with the Sun card as well. too many cards. Sun card, please. Yeah, same card just popped out that was coming out. Yeah, this is about that ending, okay? Because of this ending, things are going to become successful, happy, and joyous for you. This is the same card that I just put back in, the one that was sitting by itself, came back out for you. And it talks about a painful ending to something. But the good thing about the Ten of Swords is it also brings a lot of clarity and truth. And the Sun also talks about illumination and truth and clarity. So I do feel like there's going to be a lot of clarity and truth that comes in when this situation does come to an end. And you're going to realize this is a necessary transition for you to build a better and brighter future. All right, King of Discs, please. So for some of you, this may apply in a relationship. For some, at work. For others of you, this is just part of your personal human or spiritual journey, okay? This could be something inside yourself, a lack of mentality, okay? Where you're always focused on what you don't have instead of what you are, and you decide to put that to an end, and it transitions you, but it might be a very hard thing to do. You have this Two of Pentacles, which tells me you need to balance things out. And this I feel like this is coming in financially for you, to keep, and it's coming in like, okay, you got to be wise and smart here about balancing your finances. All right. Maybe you're overspending a little bit too much. I know I can get a little happy on Amazon or something like that. It's telling to keep your finances in balance right now. Okay. Don't overspend. You know, the King of Discs is a very wise investor. So if you're doing investments, be very wise. Don't put too much in, but put enough in. Again, that balance. So this is about balancing your finances and making sure that those stay where they should be. And you're not juggling too many things, especially for those of you who may be, and I am getting some of you may be involved in a lot of different investment type things, or your own business or stuff like that. So just keep an eye on that. Tower, please. Yeah, this is your okay. And I love when the Six of Swords and the Six of Wands play out together. That happens a lot in my readings. It lets me know that it's a necessary transition, and it's a transition into success. So these lifestyle changes that you're heading for, the things that you're choosing to change, that creates this Tower moment, is what's going to transition you into success. And if this is a business that you happen to be running, or investments you happen to be putting yourself into, especially with that Knight of Pentacles too, and that lack of, it could be finances, you know, if you're making changes in that, this looks like a good change, okay? Whatever it is that you're working on with that. And the Emperor also is an entrepreneur as well, and you may start getting that recognition for things you're good at. Again, I feel like there's something going on with this plan, this strategy you had, that you have to rework, because it is your wishes coming true, but it's also, like I said, that double-edged sword is how this Nine of Swords is coming in, but there's the other side to it. And I feel like you're reworking it for some of you, okay? Two of Swords. For some of you, this is an inner journey here, and it's going to transition you into a really positive mindset, I guess you would say, or an I can mindset. The Seven of Wands. Excuse me. So you need to make a decision on standing your ground and protecting yourself on something. Let's see if I can get one more. That Queen of Swords. So we're back to over here. So this is where your decision needs to be made. And this lack of keeps coming out. There's something that you're lacking that's going on, where you've been lacking, that you're trying to fix here. Okay, you're strategizing. It's lacking. You're trying to take movement towards the most gain and trying to decide what to cut out. You're facing the truth of it. The Queen of Swords is great at seeing the reality of the situation, the cause and effect, the honest, and she speaks her truth, she knows her truth, she faces the truth of the situation. And I feel like that's what it's saying here with the Seven of Wands as well, is this is about facing the reality of the situation and standing your ground on the truth of the situation, and that there's a decision you're going to have to make in whatever it is that you need to change here, okay? You do have the Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck, so for those of you who are single, there may be new love coming in. Yeah, and with that Ace of Cups, the Three of Pentacles tells me you're going to be dedicated to some kind of, I feel like, work team here and quality craftsmanship. And you're going to be working very hard. Yeah, okay. Let's get you some Oracle cards. Excuse me. My allergies are really acting up today. Awakening your true self. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of you, this is an inner journey. Miracle healing. We do have that star card right under that. Happily ever after. I feel like that has that Ten of Cups vibe where you're trying to head to that time, like this Four of Wands, okay? It could even be that, like that Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands kind of indicate a marriage, you know, happy home life. And you want to create that, okay? Kindness. And these are all things that could be playing out for you this month. There might be someone who's very kind to you, or you may be offering kindness to others. Cornucopia. Yeah, there's a harvest coming for you guys. You just got to follow your intuition here with Goddess of the Moon. Broken heart. So this decision may have to do with someone who broke your heart, okay? Maybe left you feeling out in the cold. That's your happily ever after, where that's where those cards are too. You know how I said these two are somehow linked with that Queen of Swords? For some of you, that's a relationship. Someone you thought was your happily ever after. It's going to be different for different people. Indecision, yeah. We're right back here. That indecision on this situation, however that plays out for you, okay? We're going to go ahead and do best actions. I'm going to move these so we have some room. Best actions for Aries, please. Four of Pentacles. Again, with that balancing that finances. I really feel like this has something to do with looking for financial stability. I feel like for a lot of you, this is stabilizing your resources in some way. That Ten of Cups. Yeah. Looking for that time of happiness and reward. And we saw that again with that Four of Wands and this happily ever after card. Do you want that? That's what you're heading towards. You know, so I do feel like you're going to have that. It's, you know, you're heading towards it. You're transitioning into success. This is a necessary transition for you guys. You know, you're heading in the right directions. If there's a new opportunity coming in for you guys, new messages on a new career or new money, a new way to invest money, make money, that might be a good thing for you, okay? With that Page of Pentacles coming in. Yeah, and the Queen of Pentacles, she's the Queen of Abundance. For some of you, finances do have a big play in this, okay? Your career, money, in the places you want to go. She is the Queen of Abundance. She also talks about independence. She also talks about domestic pursuits as well. Four Swords, this is a rebirth. You're exhausted. Take some time for self-love, self-care. Get out of your own heads. Don't let your own negative thought loops hold you back, okay? Because we can create these thought loops in our own head and they're self-imposed. It's not, a lot of times they're not even real, okay? And dedicate yourself to this. I feel like it's a new situation in work or career here, or money of some kind. All right, let's do best actions for Sun, Moon, Rising separately. Sun, please. Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Work very hard on this new opportunity in career business. That's what I'm saying. For a lot of you, this has to do with career and money. Okay. And for Sun, it's telling you work very hard. There's going to be you're going to really need to dedicate yourself to this new opportunity coming in for you. Moon. The Seven of Wands, back to over here. Oh, we got three. The World. And the Nine of Swords, which we saw over here. Okay, so standing your ground against whatever is causing this mental anguish for you, you need to stand your ground on it, because this is a completion to a lesson or goal for you guys of some kind. You really need to embrace that Queen of Swords energy. She sees the truth in things, and she deals with it as a cause and effect. And she makes the right decisions based on honesty and integrity. And she is very confident, okay? This is a completion to a lesson or goal for you guys of some kind. When you complete that lesson or goal, things are going to transition for you guys, okay? Rising. The Knight of Wands. Head out boldly, passionately, towards the things that you want and desire in life, okay? Reignite that desire to live and explore and just enjoy life. The Magician. It's time to manifest something new, which we saw that with that Three of Wands, okay? The Emperor. Embrace yourself in your own energy here. All right, we're going to go ahead and do a question. While I lay the cards down, you go ahead and think of your question. I will do the best I can to give you a yes or no answer. What I will do is give you a description of the card so you can apply that to your question. You'll have to use your own intuition to do that. Okay, go ahead and take a deep breath in. Release. And pick the card that feels right to you. Okay, card 1. That Seven of Wands, again, playing out for you guys. And that talks about standing your ground, holding your ground, the need to defend yourself. So if this is saying something, if your question talks about, what I would say is it's saying make the decision that's right for you. Hold your ground, okay? If someone isn't treating you nicely, hold your ground. If a job isn't giving you what you deserve, hold your ground. It can also talk about being a little bit self-defensive, okay? In its negative, you can show a defensiveness, being too overly defensive of yourself. But I feel like as a question, I would say yes. If it's something that you need to stand your ground on, stand your ground on it. If this is about a relationship, I would say no, okay? If this is about a job, again, if it's heading you into something new, it's going to benefit you, relationship or job, yes. If this is something where there's been a lot of conflict and you feel like you have to protect yourself, I say no. Two of Wands, sorry. This talks about a why in the path. You could stick to your old path, or you could head out on this new journey. For me, I would say head out onto the new journey. It usually ends up being the best route, okay? But it is your decision, and it takes a lot of courage to make that decision. But if this is something new, I say yes, okay? But ultimately, this is a maybe card. It depends on what you want. The Two of Coins. You guys have a lot of maybe cards here. This talks about balancing or juggling or making a decision on something. So it's a decision you're going to have to make inside yourselves. And the same thing, the Two of Swords. Wow, you have 3 twos. This is all about making decisions for you guys, okay? And unfortunately, with the twos, it's literally up to your choice, okay? And the 7 is stand your ground. And I feel like it's telling you stand your ground on your choices, okay? Like these decisions are something you have to make within yourself. And usually that doesn't happen, so where I get almost all, it could go either way cards, but this really comes down to your own decisions, and we see that your main card there is that Knight of Swords telling you to head towards the lifestyle changes you want. And I feel like these cards are telling you the same thing. It's whatever you want. That is your transition into success, okay? All right, Aries, thank you so much for being here with me today. It's been a pleasure to do this reading for you, and I do hope that it finds you well. If you're interested in any of these decks, you can find a couple of them linked down in the description box below, and you can check those out there. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please do. It really does help me out a lot. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing. And until we meet again,